Welcome back to another What Sold Weekend Edition video. These are my sales from Friday, May 2nd until Monday, May 5th when I am filming this. So let's jump right into it. So first is a pair of Vionics. These are a Maggie patent leather slide. These sold for $35 plus shipping. These came from an estate sale that I went to. I call it the QVC estate sale, even though I've been to a few QVC estate sales. But this was one that I went to on the way back from Georgia last year. So moving on, next is a Dune London crossbody bag, white leopard animal print. This was a fairly recent pickup. This sold on best offer of $25 plus shipping. I feel like my camera's crooked. It's kind of annoying me. I don't know. It's a little better, I think. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Anyway, next I had I had one of these in last week's video. It's another but this buyer actually purchased two Anthropology mushroom plates. These sold for $90 for the two of them, plus shipping, and I only have two left. All right, next is a pair of Lizette Montreal geometric pull-on pants. I believe I picked these up at a recent rummage sale. I'm pretty sure. These sold for $30 plus shipping on best offer. Next is a set of Gourmet Settings Cruise 20-piece flatware, service for 4. This sold for $54.99 plus shipping. This was a retail arbitrage. I picked these up maybe 2 months ago. Next is a Halloween wig. I had like 11 of these and I've had them. It took me a couple of years to sell through them. So for $9.99 with free shipping. All right. And next is a Hewlett Packard DeskJet compact all-in-one wireless printer. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, this was a recent pickup. I believe it was 2 weekends ago. I picked this up at the Goodwill. It was in my Instagram stories. It wasn't a post or anything, but it was in my Instagram stories. I picked this up at Goodwill and it sold fast for $99.99 with free shipping. Next is a Lug quilted carousel brown crossbody bag. This sold for $39.99 plus shipping. Then to a viewer, Lori. Lori purchased a Lug quilted crossbody with a camo strap. I love this bag. It is so cute. And then she also purchased a Lennox ornament inner glow. This was a recent pickup, I believe at a yard sale. And these items totaled $69.98 plus shipping. All right, next is a Peanuts Halloween Welcome Great Pumpkin Danbury Mint. It was in a haul video from last month. This did have one flaw to it, which was noted, and that's why I did price it a little less, but it didn't take long to sell. It sold for $125 plus shipping. Then we have a Bradley's Proof teddy bear from Bradley's department store in 1977. That was the year I was born. So this bear is so cute. I picked this up in February in an indoor flea market. Yeah, this bear, that was a good pickup. That was a good sale. It sold for $49.99 plus shipping. Next is a Coolabar Caicos Shrug. This sold on best offer of $30 plus shipping. If you guys remember, this came from one of my Goodwill videos, maybe in January. Pick that up there. Next is a set of 4 Royal Albert Moonlight Rose Salad dessert plates. These sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Then we have a set of R1 Learning Discovery Cards, Emotions and Feelings. These sold for $19.99 with free shipping. These came out of a recent estate sale purchase. That video was out a couple weeks ago. I bought a whole entire box of different cards and stuff. I think the woman was like a counselor or a therapist, and most of this stuff wasn't even ever open. It wasn't even, it was sealed. So yeah, I got the whole box full. Next, also to a viewer, Randy. Randy purchased this Bradford Exchange Kismet Elephant Trinket Box. It's musical. That was a recent pickup. And also another recent pickup, she purchased the Gold Tone Deer Antler Spreaders for a total of $29.99 plus shipping. So Randy, thank you very much for your purchases. Next, I sold a Maxim Mediterranean salad serving bowl. This sold for $21 plus shipping. It had a little tiny imperfection, which I noted in the listing. Then I sold 4 Lennox Presidential Collection Monroe bread and butter plates. These sold for $20 plus shipping. I have 1 set left. These were an estate sale purchase. I purchased a whole lot of this pattern and parted it out. You will hear me say that a lot about dinnerware and flatware if you are new to my my whole thing here, my YouTube channel and my eBay and all that good stuff. It's getting to be that time of day. All right, next is a pair of Birkenstock Giza thong sandals. These sold for $25 plus shipping. These were in a recent yard sale video. Then we have 2 Studio Nova Garden Court rimmed soup bowls. I have had these forever. They sold for $9.99 plus shipping. All right, next I sold a Hallmark Lone Ranger miniature ornament. This sold for $13.99 with free shipping. And the same buyer also purchased, for some reason that one ornament didn't combine with the rest, but the same buyer also purchased a lot of 5 more items. This 1997 Disney Hallmark Mickey Mouse pair of skates Christmas ornament, the Hallmark Make-Believe Boat ornament, Lennox Cute as Cupid pig figurine, Hallmark Cruella de Vil ornament, and a Disney Bo Peep ornament for a total of $84.96 for those 5 items. So yeah, and a lot of those, not all of them, but a lot of them came from the one Disney estate sale that I went to over a year ago now. Okay, and then next I sold 4 Waterford Crystal Whiskey Rocks glasses in the Maeve Traymore pattern. I may have had a set of these last week too. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I had these. I got at an estate sale. I got like a whole table of Waterford, and I had 3 sets of these, and they have all sold now. And they sold for $199.99 each lot. So yeah, this listing I actually did have to redo because the buyer purchased and put the wrong payment information. So then I relisted it, and now like a week later she bought them. All right, anyway, next is, but I did have 3 sets of them. Next is a pair of women's LL Bean hiking boots. These sold for $30 plus shipping on best offer. I think I picked these up. I remember it was cold. I was with Michelle. We were headed somewhere. I think it was like maybe the end of yard sale season last fall. Or maybe it was even like, I mean, I don't even know if yard sales were still going on, but these people are having a yard sale. And I remember it being so cold out. But that's where I picked these up. Then I sold this art pottery cookie jar. If you guys remember, this was also in a Goodwill video from this winter. I love this canister, cookie jar, whatever it is. I think it is so cool. It is signed by the artist, but I could not make out the signature. I could not find out who the maker was, but it's still sold for $59.99 plus shipping. Then also from the Goodwill, I think this is my sign to like keep going back to the Goodwills, right? Like all this stuff from my recent Goodwill trips is selling. And I usually don't thrift that much during yard sale and rummage sale season. But if I have the opportunity, I will. And I actually might have an opportunity coming up. You know that saying, never pass a thrift. So I might have to stop in later in the week. Anyway, where was I here? Anyway, this Williams-Sonoma honeycomb cheese knives sold for $29.99 plus shipping. This set usually sells for a little bit more, but I couldn't quite tell if mine was used and maybe put back in the packaging. I'm not really sure, but it looked like there were a couple little marks on it, but that's okay. All right, next is a Yankee Candle Rare Retired Zen Garden Tart Warmer. This sold for a best offer of $60 plus shipping. Next is a Vintage Viper Remote Start, new in the box. I sold this for $125 plus shipping. I picked this up at a yard sale last weekend. Next is a Truly Lace by Cody perfume, vintage perfume. This sold for $54 plus shipping. Nope, $54 free shipping. This was a yard sale purchase. I don't even know anymore. It was over the winter, I believe. I think it was like in like February. I think it was still cold. Losing track here. And then we have a Longaberger khaki floral quilted tote bag. This sold for $12 plus shipping. I have one left. That was out of my large Longaberger lot. Then I sold a pair of men's Ultra Provision running shoes. These sold on a best offer of $65 plus shipping. Next is a vintage 1978 Arrow Handicraft kinetic clock. This was picked up recently as well. If you guys remember that video, that estate sale video, the same place I got all the cards, as a matter of fact. So this I did plug in, and like I set it up, I put the metal balls in it and whatnot, and plugged it in, and I could not get any kind of like movement out of it. It didn't like sound like the motor was running, or I mean nothing. So I listed it for parts. Still made a profit on it, but I did list it for parts. If it had been in working condition, I definitely would have listed it higher. But for parts, it still sold for $45 plus shipping, so not a bad deal. Next is a Touchstone crystal blue necklace. This sold for $40 on best offer plus shipping. Then I sold a Longaberger Homestead Autumn Path tie-on. That sold for $16.99 with free shipping. Then I sold a Longaberger traditional holly one pint crock with candle in it. That sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Then to Lucy, who is a viewer, she purchased the American Girl coconut rainbow t-shirt that was in yesterday's rummage sale video. So thank you, Lucy. I appreciate your purchase. Then I sold a Villeroy & Boch French Garden Florence Charm grape canister. This sold for $54 plus shipping. This was a fairly recent estate sale purchase about a month ago. Never made it to video, but it did come from an estate sale. I bought a set of 3 of them, and they were in like graduated sizes and different tops. One is grape, one is apple, one is lemon. I was looking up at the shelf looking at them. Next is a Nequa Art Christmas ornament Jellicle cat. This sold on best offer of $45 plus shipping. And lastly is a 2-piece International Creation stainless flatware serving spoon and fork. And this sold on best offer of $18 plus shipping. So yeah, really great weekend of sales. Just wrapped up most of my shipping. I haven't shipped that canister yet. That'll go out tomorrow. I've shipped enough today, but I shipped everything else, everything but that canister, that lonely little canister. But like I said, it'll go out tomorrow. It just sold this morning. So all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up, and I will see you on Wednesday with a rummage sale video. See you guys in the next one. Bye.